Restoring Men in History. We're going to do some comments on this article. Kindness. Kindness is important. It's a virtue. We'd like to focus on the virtues at Restoring Men in History. Because what? If you decide, make a choice, think, and take action, your actions make what? Your character, and your virtues help you make decisions. So if you can act with kindness, it will also have an impact and make the world a better place. And guess what? It's free. You can do this one for free. You don't have to be affluent. You don't have to be a multimillionaire. You can do it every day for free. You can give somebody a compliment. You can act with kindness to strangers and your close friends. You can build them up, give them a compliment, act with kindness. So let's do a little bit of his article. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment. We appreciate it. Thank you. Always choose kindness. 3 life-changing benefits of being kind by Hugo, January 29, 2023. Kindness, pass it on. That's a good rule. I think if you act with kindness, it might have a ripple effect, create a tidal wave, and more people will act with kindness. So he says choosing kindness doesn't come easy to us. It says humans are wired in a way that makes it to react in a negative way, but we want to choose kindness over negativity. So let's take a look. Explain how you change your actions to be more kind, compassionate, forgiving, and positive, not negative. So we all want to be more positive, right? We want to make others feel better when we're around them, not worse, right? So we want to build them up. We talk about that a lot here, edify them. When choosing kindness is a choice, there were many times when you can choose to be kind, and that's correct, right? You can choose all of these virtues. You can choose to act with courage as a man. You can choose to act with humility. You can choose to act with loyalty. You can choose to act with kindness. So, and then what happens, Aristotle says? These choices and actions will lead to what? Great character. Most humans want justice to be served in the world. It makes sense, right? If someone does something immoral or unlawful, that person needs to be corrected, he says, right? If someone cuts me off in traffic, then it's my duty to open my window and call him a jerk, right? I can't let that reckless driver get away with that. This would make total sense in a world where humans act like robots, he says, but that's not the case. In fact, the minds of humans, all of us, are flawed, right? We're all flawed and imperfect. One of these flaws in particular is called the fundamental attribution error. This website has a great explanation of what it is and covers most of the other flawed human biases, so he cuts to a great website of it. Basically, the fundamental attribution error means that we judge others on character, but yourselves on the situation. So we do want to develop character here at Restoring Men in History. So let's say you've done something stupid in traffic. You've likely, he says, shrugged it off and explained to yourself that it was because of busy traffic. It wasn't your fault. No big deal. No one's dead. But when someone else does it, he says, we're quick to get out the pitchforks and torches, hypothetically. This bias explains a lot about why humans are so often deciding to be the opposite of kind. When you can actually choose kindness over negativity, right? We want to be positive in the world, cast a positive impact and effect, right? We're all about also what? Men having an impact, making a difference, makes you feel better too, right? So choose kindness instead of hate, envy, he says. So he recently saw an overweight man riding a bicycle. The shirt he was wearing was undersized. His pants were down a little. As a result, he showed massive butt crack to everyone. According to the most standards, this was not a pretty sight. He made a joke about it. His girlfriend corrected him. His girlfriend pointed out that he had no idea what he may be dealing with. So we never know what other people are dealing with, right? And that's a great reason to be kind, right? Somebody's dad, mom may have cancer. They may have cancer. They may be about to die. Their father may have just died. Their girlfriend, their wife, may have, their child. We don't know what everyone's going through working at McDonald's or working wherever they're working. They could be working as a CEO, so it doesn't really matter. Everybody goes through something usually, right? So she reminded him that it's so easy to judge others for the way they look, behave, or appear. But was he in a position to judge? He didn't know what that man was dealing with. So we don't know what somebody's dealing with. So if we put kindness in the world, we might make that person's day a little bit better. And that's something, again, you can do today with no money. Won't cost you anything. Kindness is free. And then maybe they'll pay it forward. He goes into that. So his girlfriend made him aware of the negativity. That's good feedback, right? He would have forgotten about it, he says. So let's go into benefits of choosing kindness. 1, choosing kindness, and this is true, I believe, will result in more personal happiness. I think that's true, right? If we're trying to, Aristotle talked about happiness. If we're trying to achieve happiness, what will get us there, right? So you want to act with the virtues that will get you to happiness. And I really do believe if you practice all of these virtues, you'll be happier. So choosing kindness will result in more personal happiness for you. And it's been proven by plenty of studies. I've seen some of them. He has a study here where this is kind of neat. Around 100 participants were given $5 every day for 5 days. They were asked to either spend it on themselves or others. But the condition was that they had to spend it on the same thing every day. So here's the question. What would you do with that if you had that choice? Now, different participants spent the money in different ways. The results shows, what do you think happened? That the participants who spent it on others instead of themselves experienced what? Which group do you think was more happy? The one who spent it on others. And that makes sense, because have you ever given somebody something as a surprise and their face lights up at Christmas or whenever it is, a birthday, and you know you've picked the right thing? Or when you've surprised them with just a simple gesture, or given them a magnificent compliment and they've called you days later, or just listened to them. I've had that call, and it feels good, and I didn't do it for the call. I listened to someone. That person said, you made my whole day, and you made me feel better. In fact, you always make me feel better. So you can make someone feel better with your words. And I gave genuine compliments only, saying, you can do this. You can do it. And that person was down. And I said, look, you're still young. Even if it was an old person, I would have said the same thing. If I thought it was achievable. You can do it. You can do this. Life's not so bad. You can overcome these obstacles. All right? So we can build others up with kindness. And that's having an impact in the world. That will make a difference with that person and yourself. So spread happiness. Listening to a friend in need, he talks about. We just talked about that. Giving a compliment. You can give compliments to your close friends, even to a stranger, if they do something right and is genuine. Make it genuine. But enough, all these things have been studied before. It's called helper's high. All right. Have you had that helper's high? Have you experienced it? Spreading happiness increases your own happiness. It's called helper's high. It's one of the strongest reasons, he says, for choosing kindness. 2, your kindness can inspire others to be kind. And that's great, right? And he talks about this film, Pay It Forward, in here. He says he watched this movie, Pay It Forward. Didn't find the movie great, but he remembered it. The message of the movie stuck with him. Paying it forward comes down to asking a person you've been kind to not to return the favor, but repay the kindness to someone else. So think about it. You're going through the McDonald's drive-thru and you pay for the car behind you. Think about the experience of that person, especially if they've got a family of kids and you pay for it. Isn't that amazing? You've had an impact. You've made a difference. Think if you just call the worker across from you at McDonald's their name or some other place and say, hey, that's a fantastic shirt and it's genuine, or that's a fantastic tie. You can make someone feel better today. And look, the world can be a different place. People can be going through difficult times. So we can help today for free. So the second benefit, your acts of kindness can inspire others to be kind as well. That's right. It can go forward. So by inspiring those around you, you'll set yourself up for more future happiness. 3, your kindness can make the world a better and happier place. That's right. And that's what we want to do, right? We want to have an impact and make a difference, and this is free. So you can make the world a better place, and that's good. So your power to inspire others is the key to making the world better. I think that's true. We want to inspire others to reach their goals, others to achieve, others to feel better about themselves so they can get up and they may be going through incredibly difficult times, and we can make them feel a little better with a little bit of kindness. The snowball will grow. Don't forget yourself too, he says. You can't pour from an empty cup. So respect yourself, forgive others, but don't forget to forgive yourself. Focus on yourself. Keep a self-care journal. So let's wrap this up. Look, this month, why don't we do this? Two action steps. Be kind to one of your close friends. Give them a fantastic, genuine compliment, or listen to them about their goals, about their life, about what's going on. Help them if they're going through a difficult time. Listen. Okay? Why don't we do a couple of those? Give one person a compliment, listen to one person, and say the name of a stranger or something. And you can have an impact and make a difference. And that's what we want to do, focusing on these different virtues to make you a better, stronger man. Thank you. If you like this video, please comment, like, subscribe, pass it around, share it. It helps the algorithm. Thank you and have a beautiful day.